Peace and love, peace and love. Welcome to Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga. This is my YouTube channel. YouTube. This is my YouTube channel where we talk about emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. So let me first apologize. Last week, I was busy running around doing some things on the farm, and things got late, and I ended up having a problem with little technical things, and the phone got cut off. And so anyway, I did just gave the video as it was. Like I was saying that it was cut short, but I was able to get into content and make the point of what I was trying to make, and that was about this thing where people will say, they tell you that this is a brown panty. This is the, no, it ain't your brown panty. It's just a bathing suit. And anyway, hope you watched it. But if you didn't, go back and watch it because it was very interesting. And make a comment because I would like to have some conversation about that situation. But again, sorry for the abrupt ending, and my apologies. So I'm here again another Tuesday. Talk about a Tuesday here on Phone Grown with Sister Zingers, where we think because it ain't illegal yet. And we created an acronym that says um, taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. The THINK, taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. So think, y'all, it ain't illegal yet. So here I am again this next Tuesday, this here Tuesday, and let me just talk a little briefly about my farm. Yes, I did buy some land, and I'm mostly going to be not to build a house on it. I'm going to be just farming it, growing my own food, mostly fruits and vegetables. I'm starting off right now with just doing fruit trees. So we've got mango, avocado, apple, orange, tangerine, pineapple, coconut, banana, plantain, guava, star fruit, um, passion fruit, and a couple more. And the basic stuff like ginger, lemongrass, and sorrel, and anyway, and then when we work towards the vegetables and stuff there, but doing the vegetables just a little closer to home. So just want to just throw that in there. So that was made me late last time, and if somebody wants to know if you're interested in that aspect of what I'm doing, then let me know. Just put some comments down there, because we must grow our own food. We've got to. We've got to escape this is part of the mental slavery. We've got to escape because we know that the food is not good, and we've got to be able to do something to be able to have an out. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I pushed the wrong button. And in case we're denied, and then what are we going to do? Scramble, and it'd be hectic. But anyway, you don't need a farm. Grow some stuff in your windowsill, in your apartment, in your yard. If you got a backyard, somewhere in a community space. If you live in townhouses, whatever you do, like I said, if you don't have outdoor space to do that, then definitely do something else within your house, in a bucket, in a barrel, in a cup, in a jar. It's really easy. It's really easy. But anyway, I really appreciate everybody that does take the time to listen to the things that I'm saying. I surely don't know, although I'm still a student, just researching, because we have got to be able to take hold of our own lives and make decisions. Because this thing with mental slavery, we think that we're not, into a mental slavery situation, but we really are. Yes, you're able to move about freely. You're able to, you got a job and you can buy this, buy that. But if you think about it, all the things that you're buying and the services that they tell you that you got to have cable, you got to have this, you got to have an iPhone, you got to have, da da da. That makes you the shit, if you got these things, and also you think if you ain't got them things that you ain't shit. Really? Shit, I'm the bomb. I don't need none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be thinking, well, if I got this shit, then I'm this or that's not what's gonna make you. We're each souls. We're all souls, and it's what's inside of us, and it's the vibe that we give out as human beings, towards each other, that creates that relationship, and that thing that makes somebody wants to be able to talk to you, be bothered with you, whatever. But we've got to be able to make some decisions on our own about what's going on in life, because we have learned. I hope that have learned, and we're and continually learning, and hopefully get to the point that you just get fed up and want to leave America. But there's so many other options. There's so many other options, and where you could go and live a sustainable life, and you could have, it's less expensive, it's healthier, the vibes is better, the weather's better, um, so many things. And I know it sounds far fetched. Oh gosh, moving to a whole other country, but it's not as crazy. It's not as hard as it sounds, and it's not as far fetched. There's so many people that have left America and moved someplace else. But I know the systematic teachings that we get don't even put that type of idea in your mind to think that you could possibly go and move and live in another country. Um, but you can, and it ain't hard, and it's easy, and it'll be better for you, um, health wise, mentally, physically, uh, spiritually, woo, you know, emotionally, uh, financially, all them nullies. So I'm just saying, y'all, there's options out here. You know, it's good to be able to, to stay, go one place and experience something else, and then be able to come back to, to your family, enjoy your family, and stay there, and enjoy the family, and handle your business and things like that. But then, it's good to be able to step away and go someplace else, and be able to go enjoy yourself. So you can, whether you go full time, part time, or whatever, have that experience. Go see life. There's a whole world out there. It's so amazing. Um, Things that you see and experience, when you leave, when you travel the world. So I'm just trying to relieve you from this mental slavery, because we're it's and it's all over the world though. So it's you yourself. You have to be able to get yourself to a consciousness point that no matter what this best goes on this day, what they do, that's not really going to to affect you to a point that you're that you're not making decisions for yourself. So I just ask that just consider it, travel someplace else. Um, and be willing to live differently. You know, we only live the way that people live. The way they live is because people tell them that this is the latest style, this is the this to that, this is the that. That's the only way that shit happens. But if you go to different countries, people live differently. The priorities are different. You know, the things that they value are a lot different, and it's a little different because some people have, there's a case of the have and the have-nots. But if you realize that a lot of the stuff that you have, I'm just saying basically, while we living in the U.S., that it ain't shit that we really need. It's just something that we're gonna buy that sits there, looks and it looks pretty because they say that you should have this in your house, you should have that in your house, you should have this kind of fan, this kind of refrigerator, this kind of something, this kind of something. You don't really have to have that shit. Get what you got. Get what you need to for you to function. Get what you can afford first of all. And if you don't like what the latest is, just get what you like. It might be cheaper. It's really unique. It could be a conversation piece when it comes to your house because it's different from what everybody else got. And I mean, please yourself sometimes. Please yourself some damn times. Quit trying to, have these things to like I said, when you have these, they tell you this is the latest trend, this is the that and that. You go get it and you have these things that you think you the shit, but you can still not be shit if you still, or and you ain't making decisions for yourself. You just, I know. Let me just stop. I'm just saying. I just no intention of anything of being insulting to anyone. I'm just trying to educate, to make you think, um, to let you see some shit right there that's right there in front of you, because the things that they do to us is just right there in front of us. Um, let me just pick a subject, and I'll just concentrate on that particular subject. I'll talk a little bit more about most people. I would say half of society. I would say half of society is probably on some type of medication. I would say half of society is probably on some type of medication, and so um, our bodies are really able to heal ourselves, and everything that we need is inside of us, and then everything to heal us is outside of us. there's herbs, there's trees, there's foods that we can take to consume to heal the things that's going on inside of us. This thing is called a dis-ease. If we get cut, isn't it amazing how if you cut yourself, that it will just, once you stop the bleeding, it will that little cut where your blood was coming out, it eventually closes up, and then the skin that was cut, it covers up the skin. It heals itself. It really does, and it can do that for a lot of other things. Because sometimes we think that when certain things happen to us, that we have to do something to stop it. Say for instance, but our body is made up to be able to react to certain things. Like sometimes when you get a rash, the rash is because there's something going on inside the body that's doing something. I'm not that deep into know all the physicology about the body, but it's healing itself. So it instead of doing whatever damage it wasn't going to do on the inside, there's something inside there. There's some type of mechanisms or whatever, and then it puts a little rash or discoloration or bumps or something on the outside, and it heals itself. But sometimes when we see that, we go to the doctor, and then the doctor give us something to put on it, and so just to kind of take it away. But you really should let that thing, work its course, run its course, to be able to see what happens, after a period of time, and then excuse me, you'll see that the body will heal itself. But the thing about it, most of, and then the other bad things about these pills is that most of the time when you get a pill, you know, if you look it up, ask, just do this research, Google this, ask what percentage of prescribed medication are placebos. Ask this on Google. What percentage of pills given, prescribed, are placebos? Placebos are is that it's really just they just give you this pill like a sugar pill, and it really ain't no pill that's gonna do anything. But sometimes they will just give it to you, because they don't know what the hell else to do. They know sometimes it'll go away, whatever the particular thing is, and they give you this pill, but it's not really just it's your mind that's really healing you versus you this pill that you think. So it's really because there's no medication in the pill. But that's kind of getting off to another subject. But the thing about it is that the pill sometimes will hurt something else in your body. That's another point I was trying to make. So, you may take something for your liver or for a cough or, whatever, or a rash or something that says the side effects. And the side effects would be crazy. When you see those commercials, it was they do the for the liver, all that shit that it runs down afterwards to tell you what the side effects could be. Sometimes, it could be dying, it could be death, it tell you, or, it could blind you, or, it make you bleed. All them, sometimes them things be running the whole thing down and telling you about all the stuff that this thing could possibly do to you. And people still take it. So we have to know that the doctors today, it's a business. We thinking that the doctors, I would say some of the doctors, I ain't trying to knock nobody who's a doctor, because everybody has morals. It's different, but some doctors are really just for about the money, because they get kickbacks from different pharmaceutical companies, and so they are they're asked to be to push their particular pills that from pharmaceutical companies, to get this out here to sell this particular new pill that's coming out, and blah blah blah, and they get free samples, and then after that they get a kickback on everything that they sell and so forth. I mean, don't we know this? I mean, and so why do we continue to do this? Why don't we think about, say if I got like, varicose veins, or I got, something, I got cramp in my big toe, or anything, whatever you got, go online and do some research and try to see what those things are. I'm not saying that everything online is going to tell you the truth, but at least try to find something that you can maybe find something, because one thing is really a simple thing, when the children have a cold, the nose is running, the cough or something like that. Do you know the most simplest thing that you could do is slice some onions. Slice some onions and put those onions inside the bottom of their feet, and then put a sock on their feet and let them sleep with that onion on the bottom, with those onions in their socks. Before you go and get them some of the Tylenol, or the this or that, I don't know the names of all the things. I ain't got no kids around here no more. Before you go and give them those kind of pills, that's the simplest thing. When your child got a cold, put some onions in their socks. I'm telling you, to pour that stuff around, that they take out the fever and take out the coughing and all that kind of nonsense. So I just want to just continue, to say thinking that you're leaving yet. There's so many subjects I could be talking about. And I ask that, if there is a particular subject that, someone is interested in me talking about, please put it down in the comments. And please leave comments so I can be able to get some feedback to kind of see if you're feeling what I'm saying. I see the people are watching, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the new subscribers, old subscribers, and everybody that shares and cares. But leave me some comments so I can kind of know, how I'm doing, what I'm doing. Correct me if I'm wrong, and continue to think for yourself. It ain't illegal yet. There's so much, and it's just so far fetched because we've been lied to for so long and for so deeply that the truth is it's hard to accept. The truth is hard to accept, but we have to accept that truth and we have to live it. It don't do you no good to know it. That's why I say take hold of and implement the new knowledge. You can't keep doing the same shit on a different outcome. And I put something on my thing today. This brother, watched this one video, and the brother was talking about how just certain people. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna go because it's getting kind of long here. How he was talking about, like, some people who down with, like, to use rap music for instance, and it has the music on there, and it's talking about, like, calling your woman a b, and I'll pop you, and I'll do this and this, and I'm gonna, you talk about your mama, you talk about this, calling girls bad names, sister da 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 da. And so it's like, that we listen to that music, but on the other time we have conversations and talking about how, well, we hate the fact that they calling us bees. We hate the fact that that the sisters be on there, shaking the behind all crazy and everything. We hate the fact that the brothers walk around with guns, influencing the young children to do something, to talk a certain way, something. So you have to straddle the fence. You have to get off of the fence. You can't straddle the fence. So if you can't hate, you can't be down with the cause if you see the effects that the cause makes. Like, they get it right. So you hear what I'm saying? So you can't be down with that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have to just cut that shit loose, because you know that what it really does. It brainwashes our children. It demeans our females. Our young brothers get involved in that nonsense. It gives them such an illusion about something. So you cannot continue to support that cause if you don't like the effects that cause has. So I love y'all. I love you. God love you. I love you too. So thank you again always for watching Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga. Till next Tuesday, peace and love.